A very warm welcome to my channel Mahesh English Times. Thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Keep watching and liking my videos. A last video was made on how to write abstracts in research papers. Now a very important aspect in writing the research paper nowadays is the paragraph on research methodology. When you are writing a thesis, you have to include one full chapter on research methodology. But when you are writing a research paper, you have to include one paragraph with the heading of research methodology. So what all should come in that paragraph of research methodology, which will be a part of your research paper? Let's see that. So the points that or the headings which are included in your research paper. So these are the broad headings which you have to include when you're writing the research paper for a journal or a conference. So first is the abstract. You write the abstract, as I've already given a video separately on what you mean by abstract and what should be included in it. And after the abstract, you write the introduction, then the research methodology, discussion on the topic which is of your thesis or of your research paper, conclusion, and then references. These are the major subheadings or an important part of your research paper. Under these headings, you have to give all the details of in the research paper. In this video, we are basically focusing on what will come in the paragraph of research methodology of your research paper. So research methodology paragraph of the research paper usually includes that what is your primary data and what is your secondary data. What are the main things that you have included, which are the books on which you have done your thesis, or the questionnaire or the survey if you've done, then what is the questionnaire that you have taken. That will become your primary data. So primary data is the basic important tool through which you're doing the research and that you have taken up. And secondary data is all the reference material in the world that you have picked up to help and assist your thesis work, whether you've consulted newspapers, libraries, YouTube links, other internet files, whatever you have included apart from the primary data, rest of the things that you have consulted for writing the research paper or for undertaking that research, that will come in the secondary data. So what was your secondary data and what is your primary data, that you have to mention in that paragraph of research methodology in your research paper. Then usually the technique that you have adopted for undergoing the research is usually quantitative or qualitative. The students of literature, English, Hindi, Sanskrit literature, those who are analyzing the books and poems already written by the experts, they are the methodology that they adopt is usually qualitative methodology. Qualitative methodology is adopted by students of literature. But if you are a science student, engineering student, you have done some kind of survey, you have done some kind of experiment in the lab and you have come up with that conclusion, then your technique is usually quantitative technique. Quantitative technique is adopted by science engineering students who are doing some field work, who are doing some lab work. So that you have to clearly mention whether it is qualitative or quantitative technique adopted for you, by you, to undergo that particular kind of research that you are doing. So that is mentioned in the paragraph of research methodology. First, you are mentioning primary data and secondary data that you have adopted. Secondly, you are mentioning the tool or the type of methodology that you used, qualitative or quantitative. And then you have to also mention one or two literature review. There is a separate video of mine specifically focusing on what is literature review and what comes in literature review. So here also you have to mention one or two research articles or theses which are on the same topic as yours. The research articles or theses which have undertaken research on a similar topic as yours will become part of your literature review. So all these three aspects should come in the paragraph of research methodology in your research paper. So I hope this paragraph of research methodology is very much clear. You can always ask me questions on my YouTube channel and I'm always ready to answer the questions in the chat box. And I'm always promptly answering the question for all the research scholars. So you're most welcome. If you have any doubt, you can ask questions. Thank you so much for watching.